Dana White, in the post-fight press conference, has confirmed that Colby Covington will be the next fight to make at 170 pounds for the title against Leon Edwards. I think we all feel the same way. It's funny because when it was not John Morgan, it was another reporter who asked Dana White the question. It's funny because before Dana White even answered, I kind of knew that he was going to say yes, that Colby Covington was the next fight. It really feels, Dana White has favorites in the UFC, and it's pretty clear, right? Dudes like Michael Chandler, dudes like Colby Covington. There's just guys that gets chances more easily than others. And I don't know for what reason. Colby's not like the biggest draw in the world. I know we all love him. We all love Colby. Colby's a great dude. You know, I have a poster of him behind me. Him and Masvidal, I think that was a great fight, or at least a great storyline. But my point is, Colby had 2 shots against Usman, lost. I think he fought Tyron Woodley after he had lost to Usman and Gilbert Burns and won by injury against Woodley. And then fought Masvidal, who was coming off 2 losses to Usman as well. And hasn't fought in a year and a half now. He fought in March of 2022. So a year. It's the same situation with someone like Justin Gaethje. You can't just get a title shot, lose, win one fight, get an immediate title shot, lose, win one fight. That just can't make sense to me. There's other contenders that have worked extremely hard to get to this point, and it's been a long time, right? Colby Covington's first shot that he had for the title was in 2019. We're in 2023 now, right? So it's 4 years that Colby is losing the title fights, winning one fight, losing, and he's just getting that opportunity again and again. And Leon Edwards, when he went to the post-fight press conference, actually said, right, that doesn't make much sense. And I think a lot of fans and a lot of people in the MMA community agrees with that statement. It doesn't make sense. You can't just have Colby Covington, obviously he won against Masvidal. So I think obviously if Burns wins against Masvidal, Burns should be the one fighting for the title. Bilal Muhammad is right there as well. They're trying to make Bilal Muhammad as Shavkat Rakhmonov. I don't blame them. To be honest, I'd still rather see Colby Covington versus Leon Edwards than Bilal Muhammad versus Leon Edwards. To me, it's just sad because the sport has really come through. It's not really just about the fights that you win and the skills that you have. It's really about the name that you're able to make for yourself to get all these opportunities, right? Even Masvidal, right? Masvidal hasn't done anything. It's even worse than Colby, right? Because not only he hasn't fought for a year, he's going to fight obviously against Burns. At least he's fighting against Burns, right? Colby hasn't even fought since that Masvidal fight. But he lost to Colby. He lost to Kamaru by vicious KO. It's him as well. Even if he wins against Burns, there's a big case where it's you still just won one fight. Obviously if you completely dominate Burns or knocks him out or some shit, yeah, maybe. But obviously we want that Masvidal versus Leon Edwards fights for the storyline of it. So if we're going straight off basically just the storyline, Leon Edwards versus Masvidal makes more sense. But if we're going off of skills and resumes and fighters that actually been active and fought, then it should be probably Bilal Muhammad or Gilbert Burns. That's what it should be, right? So obviously there's a fight to make at UFC 287. We're going to probably have a lot of answer. But I just find it funny that Dana White, before even seeing the result of Burns versus Masvidal, without even, thinking about Bilal Muhammad or other 170-pound contenders, he's just, Colby deserves it. No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. He hasn't fought for a year. Hasn't said anything about anything. You know what I mean? Just doesn't make sense. Even the dudes that are very, very popular at one point, it's not like Colby hasn't had a shot. It was arguably not warranted for him to fight at UFC 268 when he had the second shot against Usman because he hadn't fought for a year after the Woodley fight. So it's even that, there's sometimes there's a limit to it. When Usman versus Covington 2 was announced, I was okay. Covington, doesn't really make a lot of sense. Hasn't really fought a lot of other contenders. But now we're doing it again? I think that's crazy. There's new blood, new prospect, and I think we should give them the opportunity. That's how we have Leon Edwards as a new champion now, and that's how we created this beautiful storylines with Leon Edwards, because we gave him a shot. If we just keep, the title pictures to those who've already had it, we just limit the storylines that we can create, especially for the division. Like I said, the only reason why we're having this beautiful storyline with Leon Edwards is because somebody gave him a shot. And shout out to Usman, shout out to the UFC for finally giving him a shot, but he had to work so hard to get it. You all know the story of Leon. It's the craziest shit ever. So I think, to be honest, it's just also a bit of the saltiness inside of me, because I've done the before and after. By the way, I've privated the before and after because of age restriction. I'll probably repost the Leon Edwards before and after before his next fight, just to let y'all know. But when I did the research and all that other stuff, you saw how much people were putting him to the side, were like belittling him the whole time, right? Masvidal didn't know who he was. Colby didn't know who he was. Ben Askren didn't know who he was. It was nothing but disrespect by the whole 170-pound division towards Leon Edwards. And now that he's champion, it's like people begging for it. Like, nah, you got to work for it. And I'm glad Leon Edwards puts his shoulders up. He's like, yeah, I'm the champion. I'm the king now. So if you want it, beg for it. Work for it. Do as I say. Even if Masvidal, you know what I mean? It's like, yeah, I'll do it because the storyline's cool, but you got to beg. Get on your knees. That's what I want to see. And I'm the biggest Masvidal fan. But Masvidal doesn't deserve it. He's not the A-side anymore. The amount of time that he said how Leon Edwards is irrelevant, he's a bum, he's not good enough, he doesn't deserve to share the octagon with Masvidal. Now what? Now look at him. Now look at him. See what I mean? Like, completely different side of the story. And if I'm one of these dudes, if I'm Colby and if I'm Masvidal, look, you got me. I was being disrespectful this whole time. You made me eat my words. You know what I mean? You admit it. Stop trying to act tough, bro. Like, everything that you said is coming out now and you look goofy. So for Leon Edwards to puff his chest out, speak his mind, and get treated like the king, that's what he deserves, and that's what he shall get.